So as I mentioned, I wanted to do a couple videos on back-end products or the finance office products. There's quite a few products that can be offered, and they vary from dealership to dealership and from brand to brand, and there will be different times when they're useful and when they're not. So I don't want this to sound like I'm just saying never buy them or anything like that, because there are really good reasons to get some of them. So the first one I want to talk about is going to be not only probably the most common one that you'll hear about, but also the largest profit center for the dealership. It's going to be extended warranties is what they call it, which it's not really a warranty. A warranty is something that comes with an item included, and it's coverage that comes with it. So it's an extended service agreement or a vehicle service contract, VSC, ESC, whatever they call it. But you'll hear people just passing around the name warranty, and that's kind of the layman's term for what it is. So warranties are something that, like I said, dealerships make a lot of money on. It's something that you're going to basically be prepaying, hoping that something breaks in a way. So let's just say you buy a warranty at $2,700 and your car has a transmission that goes out at 65,000 miles or 70,000 miles or something. Then that warranty probably paid off. Your transmission's probably more than $3,000. I know on some brands can be $9,000 to $12,000, especially on the new cars. So they can pay off. However, a lot of times there's a reason why they sell them to everyone, or try to sell them to everyone, is because not all cars are going to fail. So it is peace of mind, and I personally do buy them on all of my cars, but I get them at cost. And cost is really hard to know. No website, nothing really will tell you what the cost truly is on a warranty. The general rule of thumb in sales is that you're going to try to at least make twice as much as the cost, or not make twice as much, you're going to charge twice as much as the cost. There's 100% markup on them. So let's say your warranty costs you $1,200, you're going to try to sell it for at least $2,400. Now, I know places that will do a lot more than that. I know places that will do less. It really depends on the market, how they're currently selling them, and what type of profit goals that they have. And a lot of times, finance managers will get rated on what they call penetration. So it's how many warranties they sell versus how many deals they do. So if you sell it to 10 people and you do 20 deals, that's 50% penetration. And a lot of times that's just as important to a finance manager as it is to making profit, because depending on how their commission structure is, it can really change their income. So you can kind of use that to your advantage if you do really want to buy one. For me personally, the reason why I like to buy them is just for the peace of mind. I don't have $3,000 to pay for my only car to break down. If my transmission goes out, which is not going to, it's manual, but if my engine blows up at 62,000 miles or something, it's not something that I can just fork out $12,000, $13,000, or even like put it on a credit card or anything like that. It's just gonna make it so that way I have to go buy another car and put me in a really bad circumstance. So in those cases, they are kind of useful for the peace of mind, unless you're willing to trade in cars or lease cars pretty often. That can actually change your idea of if you need it or not. The other thing to be aware of is there are aftermarket warranties and manufacturer's warranties. And I keep calling them warranties, it's bad. Vehicle service contracts. So the ones from the manufacturer, I would typically recommend. I don't have much experience in a lot of brands, but I have seen multiple aftermarket vehicle service contracts available. So for example, the ones from Subaru are awesome. They cover everything on the vehicle. They cover like bumper to bumper basically, except for they don't cover your bumpers, of course. So that's another term that you're gonna have thrown around that doesn't actually mean what it says. But they're gonna cover any electronic portion of the car. They cover engine, transmission, full powertrain. The only things that they don't cover are going to be items like your windshield wiper blades, your headlight bulbs, your interior upholstery. They don't cover weather stripping, the wear and tear type stuff that's gonna degrade over time. And that is one type of warranty. There's going to be exclusionary warranties, ones that list on the contract what they exclude, and anything else that's not in that contract is covered on the vehicle. There are also inclusionary warranties, where it's a long list of items and only those items that are listed are covered. So I personally like the exclusionary warranties because you know what you're not getting covered. With inclusionary, let's say there's 5,200 parts in a car, or, like I think that's how many go into a Tesla. There's 5,200 parts in a car, and you didn't know all 5,200 parts. One of those parts could just not be on the list, and then you're just out of luck. So that's something to be aware of. And a lot of aftermarket ones can be exclusionary, just like the manufacturer's ones, but sometimes they'll exclude some other things that you don't realize. So just make sure that you ask your questions if you are considering buying one, and ask for a discount. There's usually a large profit in them, and they're flexible on pricing. The only state that I know that you can't actually get discounts is Florida, and I'm not sure if that's the only one, but Florida has set pricing on vehicle service contracts. So just keep that in mind, and make smart decisions. Don't spend too much money. Don't let them tell you that you have to buy it. It's not an essential item. It's an optional edition. If they're telling you that you have to have it, then they're doing something wrong. So yeah, and in the next couple videos I'll go into things like gap, maintenance, vehicle surface protectants, and other things like that. So if you don't mind clicking the subscribe button down below, and if you want to get notifications when new content comes out, click the bell icon. It'll let you know when I have new videos come out. So thank you very much for watching.